In this video, we're doing quadratic inequalities. I'm sure you know quadratic equations. It's the same thing as quadratic inequality, but now the difference is that sign. In this case, we have inequality signs instead of having that equal sign that we see in equations. So, we want to see how to solve quadratic inequalities. So this one, I'm going to use graphical method to solve the quadratic inequality. So let's have an example. e.g. x squared minus 5x plus 6 is greater than 0. So in this case, what we do is we need to find the critical values of our inequality. So critical values, we find it by factorizing this. This is a trinomial that we need to factorize. So we find factors of 6. Factors of 6, which gives us minus 5 will be 8, it's minus 3, minus 2. So we find critical values. X minus 3 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0. In this case, when we're finding critical value, you can put an equal sign there. So xc is equal to 3, or xc is equal to 2. Those are our critical values. From there, we need to sketch a quadratic graph, which is represented like this. Our critical values, whereas our critical values are 3 and 2, 2 and 3. Then this sign, the value of a here, if it is positive, it tells us that the graph is like that. Then from there, it is saying it is greater than 0. So if it is greater than 0, when this graph is greater than 0, see it's this part and this part. So we share these regions, this one and that one. Then our solution is going to be xc greater than 3 and xc less than 2. So that will be our solution. xc greater than 3 or xc less than 2. These are the solutions of our inequality. Let's see the next example that follows. In this example, we are given x squared minus 7xc plus 6 is less than 0. So what we do here, we factorize this part. So xc, then we find factors of 6, which is minus 6 minus 1, which is less than 0. So our critical values are xc is equal to 6, or xc is equal to 1. Those are our critical values. Then we sketch our parabola with our values 1 and 6. This is position 0, this is 6, and our sign is positive, which is a. Then our graph looks like this. But it is saying this is less than 0. So when our graph is less than 0, is this part. So we shade this region. But now the type of solution that we have is from 1 to 6. So we form a joint inequality here, which is like we are from 1, which is less than x, which is less than 6. That's the solution of our inequality.